The newest core set, Beyond the Brave, has just announced a new giant Trunade retrain that in my opinion could very may well break the meta forever. Now, obviously, if you guys do not know, there were two different versions of Giant Trunade. First was the original Giant Trunade, which was banned for so many years, and the effect basically read that you get to bounce all cards in the spell trap zones. Excuse me, back to their owner's hands. Then, of course, there was Hey Trunade, which was you were allowed to bounce setback row to the hand. Now we have Spatial Trunade. You heard me right. Spatial Trunade, which is in my opinion, I would consider this to be one of the most unique versions that we've had thus far. And the reason why I say that is because of its effect. And it reads as follows. Return up to 2 cards on the field to the hand, then each player places cards from their hand on the bottom of the deck in any order equal to the number of return of the equal to the number returned to their hand. Excuse me. So in a way, this card is actually kind of broken because you get to not only bounce 2 cards on the field to the hand, and the rule in the card doesn't say back row. It can literally be monsters or back row, which is insane. And what's even more insane is that if you have bricks in your hand that you need excuse me that you need to put back into your deck, you can take those bricks and put them in the bottom of your deck, which is kind of insane. So imagine this card in a deck like, let's say, what's a good example? I'll say excuse me. I'll say DD for example. Let's say for example, you're going second, and your opponent has an unbreakable board. If you have Dark Ruler No More plus the what you call it, plus the excuse me, sorry about that, guys. Hella tired. Plus, let's say this card in your hand. You can go Dark Ruler No More, and if your opponent doesn't have a response, then you're pretty much off to the races from there. But if they have a way to negate Dark Ruler No More, then that's all well and good, because that basically used up one of their only negates that they would have. So you would then go Spatial Trunade, bounce 2 of your opponent's monsters back into the extra deck, and now you get to put 2 cards in your hand back into the deck, which hypothetically speaking is not bad, but it all depends on what the 4 cards are. Excuse me, that are in your hand. So I would say that this is a better card put in the side deck, especially if you're going second. This is a really good card to side in as a replacement for one of the copies of Molcharmy Fualos or like Molcharmy Perulia, because the Molcharmies, they're better suited going first. They're better going first, because if you're going up against a combo deck that can combo turn 0, then then obviously you're screwed. But yeah, honestly, this card is actually kind of cracked. Would I say that this would be cracked enough for it to break the meta? It's possible. It is very possible. But it all depends on how Konami rules these. How Konami will rule the card in terms of competitive play. It all just depends. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.